For decades, Harley Davidson embodied the American dream: power, sound, and spirit. But today, that dream is fading. Sales have dropped over 50% in the past decade as loyal, older customers walk away. Is this just an aging rider trend, or has Harley lost its way? Can they fix it before it's too late? Let's find out in this video. Reason number 1. Excessive weight and physical demands. One of the primary reasons senior riders are abandoning Harley Davidson motorcycles relates to the physical demands these machines place on aging bodies. Traditional Harley models, particularly the touring bikes that have been popular with older riders, typically weigh between 700 to 900 pounds when fully loaded. For a 65-year-old rider who may be dealing with reduced muscle strength, joint issues, or balance concerns, managing such a heavy motorcycle becomes increasingly challenging. Simple maneuvers like backing out of a parking space, navigating tight turns at low speeds, or picking up a dropped bike become nearly impossible tasks. The ergonomics of many Harley models compound this problem. The forward foot controls and low seating position that define the classic cruiser riding stance can exacerbate back problems and hip discomfort that many seniors already face. Extended rides that were once enjoyable journeys become painful endurance tests. Senior riders are increasingly recognizing that there are lighter, more manageable alternatives available from other manufacturers. Bikes like the Honda Goldwing, despite being a touring motorcycle, offers better weight distribution and more senior-friendly features. Even adventure touring bikes from BMW and other European manufacturers provide better ergonomics for aging riders. The reality is that Harley Davidson has been slow to address the physical limitations that come with aging. While they've introduced some models with lower seat heights and revised ergonomics, the fundamental weight and design philosophy remains largely unchanged, driving away riders who can no longer safely handle these massive machines. Reason number 2. Maintenance costs and reliability concerns. Senior riders, many of whom are on fixed incomes or approaching retirement, are becoming increasingly cost-conscious about their motorcycle ownership experience. Harley Davidson motorcycles have long been associated with higher maintenance costs and more frequent service requirements compared to competitors. The traditional Harley V-twin engine, while iconic for its sound and character, requires more frequent maintenance intervals than many modern motorcycle engines. Oil changes, valve adjustments, and other routine services not only come more frequently, but also cost significantly more than comparable services on Japanese or European motorcycles. Parts availability and pricing present another significant concern. Genuine Harley Davidson parts command premium prices, and the company's dealer network, while extensive, often charges labor rates that exceed those of multi-brand dealerships. For a senior rider who may be dealing with multiple motorcycle repairs per year, these costs can quickly become prohibitive. Reliability issues, while improved from earlier decades, still plague certain Harley models. The complexity of modern Harley motorcycles, with their integrated electronics and computerized systems, means that when things go wrong, repairs can be both expensive and time-consuming. Senior riders who remember the simplicity of earlier motorcycles find themselves frustrated with bikes that require specialized diagnostic equipment and software updates. Many senior riders are discovering that brands like Honda, Yamaha, and even some European manufacturers offer motorcycles with longer service intervals, lower parts costs, and better overall reliability. The total cost of ownership over 5 to 10 years can be thousands of dollars less with these alternatives, making them increasingly attractive to budget-conscious senior riders. Reason 3. Technological complexity and learning curve. The modern Harley Davidson motorcycle bears little resemblance to the simple mechanical machines that many senior riders fell in love with decades ago. Today's Harleys come equipped with complex infotainment systems, smartphone integration, multiple riding modes, and computerized engine management systems that can overwhelm riders who prefer simplicity. The touchscreen displays found on many touring models require users to navigate through multiple menus to access basic functions like adjusting the radio volume or changing the GPS destination. For senior riders who may not be comfortable with modern technology, these systems represent more of a hindrance than a help. The proliferation of electronic aids, while intended to improve safety and performance, can create anxiety among older riders who prefer to maintain direct control over their motorcycles. Features like traction control, anti-lock braking systems, and electronic stability programs, while beneficial, add layers of complexity that some seniors find intimidating. Moreover, the integration of these systems means that a simple electrical problem can render the entire motorcycle inoperable. Senior riders who were accustomed to being able to diagnose and fix basic problems themselves now find that even minor issues require a trip to the dealer and specialized equipment to resolve. The learning curve associated with modern Harley technology is particularly steep for seniors who may not have grown up with digital devices. While younger riders adapt quickly to new interfaces and features, older riders often find themselves struggling with systems that should enhance their riding experience but instead create frustration and confusion. Reason 4. Evolving lifestyle and riding preferences. As riders age, their motorcycling priorities and preferences often change dramatically. Many senior riders are discovering that their needs and desires no longer align with what Harley Davidson traditionally offers. The loud, attention-grabbing nature of Harley motorcycles, which may have appealed to them in their younger years, can become less desirable as they seek more peaceful and contemplative riding experiences. Senior riders increasingly value comfort over image, practicality over performance, and reliability over character. They're looking for motorcycles that can handle long-distance touring with minimal fatigue, offer excellent weather protection, and provide smooth, vibration-free rides. While Harley has made improvements in these areas, the fundamental design philosophy of their motorcycles still prioritizes style and tradition over pure functionality. The social aspect of Harley ownership, which once drew many riders to the brand, can also become less appealing with age. The bar-hopping weekend rally lifestyle associated with Harley culture may not align with the more subdued preferences of senior riders who prefer quiet, scenic rides or family-oriented motorcycle touring. Additionally, many senior riders are becoming more environmentally conscious and fuel economy-minded. Traditional Harley V-twin engines, while improving, still lag behind the fuel efficiency offered by other manufacturers. For riders who may be taking extended cross-country trips or dealing with fixed incomes, the difference in fuel costs can be significant over time. The riding community itself has evolved, with many senior riders finding more welcoming and inclusive communities around other brands or riding styles. Adventure touring, sport touring, and even electric motorcycle communities often provide the camaraderie and shared experiences that seniors seek without the sometimes exclusionary attitudes associated with traditional Harley culture. Reason 5. Competition from better alternatives. The motorcycle market has evolved dramatically over the past 2 decades, with manufacturers offering alternatives that often exceed Harley Davidson in areas that matter most to senior riders. Japanese manufacturers like Honda, Yamaha, and Kawasaki have developed touring motorcycles that offer superior comfort, reliability, and value for money. The Honda Goldwing, for example, provides features like reverse gear, airbag protection, advanced suspension systems, and superior ergonomics that make it far more suitable for senior riders than traditional Harley touring bikes. The bike's lower center of gravity and better weight distribution make it easier to handle despite its size. European manufacturers have also entered the senior-friendly motorcycle market with compelling offerings. BMW's R1250 RT and similar models provide excellent touring capabilities, advanced safety features, and the kind of refined engineering that appeals to discriminating older riders. These bikes often offer better fuel economy, longer service intervals, and more comprehensive warranty coverage than comparable Harleys. Even in the cruiser segment, Harley's traditional stronghold, competitors have made significant inroads. Indian Motorcycle, ironically now foreign-owned despite its American heritage, offers motorcycles that capture much of Harley's traditional appeal while providing better reliability and modern features. Yamaha's Star Series and Honda's Cruiser lineup provide similar styling cues with Japanese reliability and lower ownership costs. Reason 6. Dealer experience and service issues. The Harley Davidson dealer network, once considered one of the brand's strongest assets, has become a source of frustration for many senior customers. The traditional Harley dealer culture, with its emphasis on lifestyle and image, often doesn't align with the practical service needs of senior riders. Many senior customers report feeling unwelcome or out of place in dealerships that cater primarily to younger riders or focus heavily on merchandise sales rather than service excellence. The high-pressure sales tactics employed by some dealers, particularly around extended warranties and accessories, can be off-putting to seniors who prefer straightforward, honest interactions. Service departments at many Harley dealers have struggled to keep pace with the increasing complexity of modern motorcycles. Wait times for service appointments can be excessive, particularly during peak riding seasons, and the quality of service can be inconsistent. Senior riders who value their time and expect professional service often find better experiences at multi-brand dealerships or independent shops. The parts situation at many dealers has also deteriorated, with common maintenance items frequently out of stock or requiring special orders. For senior riders who may need quick turnaround times for repairs, especially when traveling, this lack of parts availability can be a significant inconvenience. Additionally, many dealers have reduced their focus on older models, making it difficult for senior riders with older Harleys to get proper service and support. This creates a situation where loyal customers feel abandoned by the brand they've supported for decades. Reason 7. Financial considerations and value proposition. Senior riders are increasingly questioning the value proposition offered by Harley Davidson motorcycles. With prices for new Harleys often exceeding $30,000 for well-equipped touring models, many seniors are finding it difficult to justify the expense, especially when retirement budgets become tighter. The depreciation rates for Harley motorcycles have become less favorable compared to competitors. While Harleys once held their value exceptionally well, increased production volumes and market saturation have led to steeper depreciation curves. Senior riders who traditionally viewed their motorcycles as investments are finding that Harleys no longer provide the same financial security. Insurance costs for Harley motorcycles can also be higher than for comparable bikes from other manufacturers due to higher theft rates and repair costs. For senior riders who may already be dealing with increased insurance premiums due to age, these additional costs can be prohibitive. The financing terms offered by Harley Davidson Financial Services, while competitive, often require longer loan terms to make payments affordable. Senior riders who prefer to avoid debt or who may not qualify for extended financing find themselves priced out of the market. When comparing total cost of ownership over 5 to 10 years, many alternatives offer significantly better value. Lower purchase prices, reduced maintenance costs, better fuel economy, and slower depreciation rates combine to make non-Harley options increasingly attractive to cost-conscious senior riders. Reason 8. Safety and modern features lag. Safety has become an increasingly important consideration for senior riders, and Harley Davidson has been slower than competitors to implement advanced safety features. While ABS is now standard on most models, other safety technologies that could benefit aging riders have been slower to appear in Harley's lineup. Features like adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, and forward collision warning systems that are becoming common on touring motorcycles from other manufacturers are still rare or unavailable on Harley models. These technologies can be particularly beneficial for senior riders who may have slower reaction times or reduced peripheral vision. The lighting systems on many Harley models, while improved, still lag behind the LED technology and adaptive lighting systems available on premium motorcycles from European manufacturers. Good visibility is crucial for senior riders who may ride more conservatively and need every advantage in being seen by other motorists. Electronic suspension systems that can adapt to road conditions and rider preferences are becoming increasingly common on high-end touring motorcycles. These systems can help senior riders maintain comfort and control across varying road conditions, but Harley has been slow to adopt such technologies. The integration of smartphone connectivity and emergency features is another area where Harley trails competitors. Systems that can automatically call for help in the event of an accident or provide real-time location sharing with family members offer peace of mind that is particularly valuable to senior riders and their families. Harley Davidson's brand identity has undergone significant changes that don't always resonate with senior riders who fell in love with the company's original image. Reason 9. Brand identity crisis and cultural shifts. The brand's attempts to appeal to younger demographics and diversify its product lineup have sometimes alienated longtime customers who preferred the focused, traditional approach. The introduction of electric motorcycles, while potentially important for the company's future, has confused some senior riders who view Harley as fundamentally about internal combustion engines and traditional motorcycle values. The Livewire and subsequent electric models represent a departure from core brand values that some seniors find difficult to accept. Marketing campaigns that emphasize youth, diversity, and modern lifestyle trends can make senior riders feel like they're no longer the target demographic. When a brand that once made them feel special and included begins to focus elsewhere, it's natural for customers to look for alternatives that value their business. The corporate restructuring and strategic changes at Harley Davidson have also created uncertainty among longtime customers. Plant closures, workforce reductions, and shifts in manufacturing locations have raised questions about the company's commitment to its American heritage and traditional values. Many senior riders remember when owning a Harley was about joining a tight-knit community of like-minded enthusiasts. As the brand has grown and changed, some feel that this sense of community and shared identity has been diluted or lost entirely. Despite improvements over the years, many Harley-Davidson motorcycles still fall short of providing the comfort levels that senior riders require for enjoyable long-distance riding. The traditional cruiser riding position, with forward foot controls and low seats, can exacerbate existing back, hip, and knee problems that are common among older riders. Reason 10. Comfort and ergonomic limitations. Wind protection on many Harley models is inadequate for serious touring, leading to fatigue and discomfort during extended rides. While aftermarket solutions exist, senior riders increasingly expect better weather protection as standard equipment rather than expensive add-ons. Seat comfort remains a significant issue across much of Harley's lineup. The seats on many models prioritize style over comfort, leading to pressure points and discomfort during longer rides. While custom seats are available, they represent additional expense and may not solve underlying ergonomic issues. The vibration levels in traditional Harley V twin engines, while part of the brand's character, can become uncomfortable or even painful for senior riders dealing with arthritis or other joint issues. Modern engine balancing and isolation techniques used by other manufacturers provide smoother rides that are more suitable for aging bodies. Harley-Davidson's model lineup, while extensive, doesn't adequately address the specific needs and preferences of senior riders. Reason 11. Limited model range for senior needs. The company's focus on traditional cruiser and touring segments means there are gaps in their offerings for seniors who might prefer different riding styles or capabilities. The adventure touring segment, which has become increasingly popular among riders of all ages, is poorly represented in Harley's lineup. The Pan America, while competent, is a relatively new entry that lacks the refinement and track record of established competitors from BMW, KTM, and others. Sport touring motorcycles, which offer a good balance of comfort and performance for active seniors, are entirely absent from Harley's current lineup. This forces senior riders interested in this riding style to look elsewhere for suitable options. Even within Harley's traditional strengths, the touring segment, the company offers fewer variants and configurations than some competitors. The lack of options for different seating positions, suspension setups, or comfort features means that seniors with specific needs may not find a suitable Harley model. Senior riders, many of whom plan to keep their motorcycles for many years, are increasingly concerned about long-term parts, availability, and support from Harley Davidson. Reason 12. Parts availability and long-term support concerns. The company's focus on newer models and technologies has sometimes come at the expense of supporting older motorcycles. Discontinued models can quickly become orphaned, with parts becoming scarce and expensive. Senior riders who prefer to maintain their motorcycles rather than constantly upgrade find themselves facing difficulties obtaining necessary components for repairs and maintenance. The consolidation of Harley's dealer network has also reduced the availability of knowledgeable technicians who can work on older models. Many dealers prefer to focus on warranty work and newer motorcycles rather than maintaining expertise in older systems and components. Independent repair shops that once filled this gap are finding it increasingly difficult to obtain Harley parts and technical information. This creates a situation where senior riders with older Harleys may face expensive dealer-only repairs for even minor issues. The rapid pace of technological change in newer Harley models also raises concerns about long-term supportability. Complex electronic systems and proprietary software may become obsolete more quickly than traditional mechanical components, potentially leaving senior riders with expensive repair bills or unusable motorcycles. The path forward: what Harley could do. Introducing lighter weight models with better ergonomics designed specifically for older riders could help address physical limitations. Features like lower seat heights, reverse gear, and improved weight distribution could make Harley motorcycles more accessible to seniors. Developing a comprehensive parts and service support program for older models would demonstrate commitment to longtime customers. This could include parts availability guarantees, technical support, and training programs for independent mechanics. Creating more inclusive marketing and community programs that celebrate the contributions and preferences of senior riders could help rebuild brand loyalty. Rather than focusing exclusively on attracting younger demographics, Harley could better balance its approach to serve all age groups. The exodus of senior riders from Harley Davidson represents more than just a demographic shift. It's a fundamental change in what motorcycle riders value and expect from their machines. Weight, comfort, reliability, value, and technology have become more important than tradition and image for many senior riders. While Harley Davidson faces significant challenges in addressing these concerns, the company's survival may depend on its ability to adapt to the changing needs of its core demographic while also attracting new riders. The question remains whether Harley can evolve quickly enough to prevent further erosion of its customer base, or whether it will continue to watch its most loyal riders drive away on motorcycles from other manufacturers. The motorcycle industry will continue to evolve, and brands that fail to adapt to their customers' changing needs risk being left behind. For Harley Davidson, the time to act is now, before the demographic cliff becomes too steep to climb back up.